So before we get into the next part of our physical assessment, could you tell me anything that you might be concerned about or anything you'd like to find out today?
Well, you said I should speak to my GP about back medication, but I'm not quite sure because it'd be nice to be pain-free, but I'm just worried it might hurt my back more if I'm not careful with it.
Okay, great. So you've given me something to think about today, Reese, and I'll try, after our physical assessment, to try and put together an answer for you and try to explain it to you to the best of my ability, okay? So I'm confident that you haven't sustained a serious injury of your back, and it's likely just a mild sprain. We know from countless studies that people with acute low back pain tend to make a full recovery in 4 to 6 weeks, okay? 80% of people, in fact. So these people also make a functional recovery where they can move around much more easily and almost pain-free much earlier than this, okay? So there's nothing to be concerned about. But 9 out of 10 levels of pain are quite troubling, and I think we have to get this out under control. So you said you were concerned about pain medication, but I do think it would really help out. Can you tell me a little bit more about this concern?
Well, I just think it might make things worse when I come off it. Like, isn't pain meant to be a warning system telling me that I shouldn't be moving?
Okay, so what we know about acute low back pain is that it's likely injury itself has already happened, okay? And like gradual movements, which I'll teach you in a sec, aren't going to make your back worse. And movement itself is actually so key to your recovery, okay? So do you remember when in the physical exam, I got you to do those repeated movements and that made the pain a little bit better?
Yeah, I did. That was actually really surprising.
Okay. So what the pain medication is going to do is it's going to allow us to do these exercises much more easily, and it's going to work with these movements to help you move better and eventually lead to long-term pain-free, okay?
Yeah.
We also know that with pain, a signal comes in from your injured tissue, in this case your back, and up to your brain, and then your brain decides whether it's pain or not, okay? So I'm sure you've heard that pain is in the brain, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll try to draw this out for you in a sec, but pain is really complex, and pain signals can be turned up or down along your nervous system and in your brain based off things like your thoughts, your feelings, what the injury might mean to you, and your past experiences, okay? So this is really normal, but try to think about it like how, when you're playing sport, right, and you have like a sore knee or something, okay? You can run around, you can twist, you can kick a ball, almost completely pain-free, okay? The pain kind of just goes from your mind. But say the next day when you're doing housework, you're doing something you don't want to do, it's just almost excruciating, okay? This link between our thoughts and our feelings and the pain is completely normal for everyone. So you told me in the interview that you tore your MCL at the start of the year. Did you use a pair of crutches?
Yeah, the physio that I went and saw said that it was important for me to take some weight off it to help reduce the pain, and then I had to get around and stuff using only a little bit of weight through it.
Okay, great. So I'd like you to think about your back pain and the medication just like your MCL and crutches, okay? So the crutch wasn't permanent at all, and you probably only used it for a couple days or something like that. But what the crutch did help you do is it helped you get around a little bit, it helped you deload, remove some of the pain a little bit, and just walk around and get back to work and function a little bit early where you might have just been resting completely. So I bet you're glad you had the crutch, hey?
Yeah, for sure.
So the pain medication is going to work in the exact same way, okay? So it's going to help you move around more comfortably, get back to work, and we know that with back pain, that getting back to daily activities and normal routine and doing these slight movements and getting your back used to moving is so important to our recovery, okay? Mm-hmm. So think about your pain and nervous system like building a rope or laying down a multi-lane highway, okay? So if you have your brain and your back, okay? So with like a rope or a multi-lane highway, the thicker it is, the easier these signals can go back and forth, and the harder the rope it would be to break, okay? So you know, like more braids in a rope, the harder it is to break, okay? So with pain, what happens is you have a signal come in from your back up to your brain, okay? And remember how I said your brain decides whether it's pain or not?
Yeah.
So what your brain does is it sends a signal back to your back and says this is painful and you feel pain, okay? So every time you feel pain or anything like that, okay? So a signal is sent, or initially anyway, sent from your back up to your brain and then back to your back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that the longer this occurs for, the more arrows I'm going to draw, okay? And this pathway, or this highway, or this rope is going to get thicker and thicker and thicker, okay?
Yeah.
And then what happens eventually, the injury to your back, okay, it's completely fine now. So it's cured or whatever, it's fine, it's healed, okay? No more damage. But what can happen is this pathway is now so thick in your nervous system that your brain can start sending signals to your back without any injury, okay?
Yeah.
So you get pain without any injury. And that's what chronic pain is, essentially. So just to make sure that I know that I've explained in a way that you understand, can you tell me 3 things you've learned today, just so I know I've hit the mark with answering your questions?
Yeah, I remember you saying that gently moving my back is really important, and the pain medication doesn't mask the damage and it can make it easier to move. You also said that the pain I'm feeling doesn't equal the damage to the area. I remember you saying the longer you have pain, the more likely it is to become chronic, just like the rope that you drew before.
So I'll write down some of these key points and give them out to you with your exercise plan that I'll write up for you a step. But that's good. Have I answered your questions, Reese?
Yeah, thank you.
Great. So we'll get into the next part of our physical, our treatment. I'll take you through these exercises I was talking about before.
Cool.